pretend. Person who relies on flesh and blood is included in the prophet's curse. He says, a person has to take into heart someone who puts his reliance on flesh and blood. Besides the fact that it's not going to help you whatsoever, like the pasuk says, do not rely on nobles. We say every single day in the prayers, do not rely on the nobles, nor on a human being, because he holds no salvation. In Ishaya it says, what? Because Ishaya says, withdraw yourself from a man who has breath in his nostrils. For what account does he have? You cannot rely on him. You cannot rely on people. Do not rely on people. Someone once told me, if you want to be disappointed, and then rely on somebody else. Don't rely on somebody else. Rely on the HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Also, furthermore, it's not just bad because it's not going to help you to rely on somebody. If you rely only on flesh and blood, then you are included in the prophet's curse, God forbid. It says in Yirmiyah, Arur hagever aishe yiftach ba'adam. Curse is the man who trusts and relies on people. Ma me'od gedola sichlut ve'ech yichsha b'nei atzmo. How great is his foolishness, and how can it be deemed proper in your own eyes? Likabel alav letuta. Forget, let's say you desire to go and rely on this person, but you should know you're entering a curse. Why would you ever want to curse yourself? That Yirmiyah Navi, the prophet, said, "Mipi Navi is zikovadai barur," because he's a prophet. He's not just a guy who's a consultant, a guy who's he could give you proper advice. He's a Navi who's whatever he said is going to happen. How could you go and rely on a person? You're going to get a curse. You're for sure not going to be successful. And even when you rely on this person, it's not going to be for sure he's going to help you, and it's going to be a curse. So therefore, ends up you being double loss. First of all, you might not get what you need, and furthermore, you get punished for this. You lose a little bit of olam haba, you get a curse. So therefore, what? A person should not rely on man, because it's a double whammy. That you might not get what you need here, and plus you get an arur, you get a curse. On the other hand, we know Baruch HaGever Hashem blesses the man who relies on Hashem, and Hashem Yiftaho, and Hashem will be your security. So therefore, you see that a person has to not be in the cursed, rather be in the blessed by having trust in Hashem. So therefore, a person has to know, don't fall into this trap. Don't fall into this trap of relying on people and thinking people think their boss gives them their money. People thought that maybe Trump will save them. People think that maybe this person who has money, he's going to bail him out. At the end of the day, don't rely on these people. You will do. You have to rely only on HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Hashem has many messengers. That's true. You have to have a karta tov to the messengers, right? This guy, he gave you the money. It's Hashem who gave you the money, but you still have to have karta tov to the guy who gave you the money. But at the end of the day, what's your main reliance on? It's Hashem only. It's only Hashem. As the famous Rosh Yeshiva Chavetz Chaim, the first Rosh Yeshiva, he used to go and collect money for the yeshiva. He used to give Hakar Tov to the donors. They used to give him checks. But he used to tell them, in order to remind himself, he used to say, you should know, if you didn't give, it's a zechut to give. If you didn't give, somebody else would have gave. We would continue. Hashem would provide us what we need. The question is, will you have the zechut to be on our team, on our band, to donate? If it wasn't for you, Hashem would have sent us somebody else. We don't only rely on you, we rely on HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So therefore, this is something a person has to pay attention to and have in mind, because that way you don't lose yourself and you always stick to your emunah.